Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Newton here, Hoodie Newt, and this is episode 16 of the Demi and Newt podcast. And today we have your boy, our boy, the best barber in the city.
Yes, sir. Nah, not best barber in the city.
I mean, shit, when I was trying to book an appointment with this guy 2 days ago or 3 days ago, it was like always like, this dude's always booked. Like, you literally have to squeeze me in between two clients. Like, this dude's just always busy. And you're telling, like, most popular barber in the city. That's all I'm saying.
Busiest barber in the city.
Yes, this dude works.
Top 3 is not 3 or 2. Just so you know. All you niggas out there cutting hair, you gotta come to Brian first. You gotta watch him. Preciseness. The precision.
This guy got an OD, but I mean, he do be nice, as you could see, but oh my god.
So
Shit.
just quick though, like, just tell us how you started, cutting hair.
I got kicked out of St. Paul's. And then I don't remember what month it was. Probably like March. It was like a few months before summer, and then it was just like, shit, I got nothing to do, bro. So I started cutting my brother's hair, and then like the very first haircut I gave him, it was just like, it was with one of those like small Gillette razors, like literally the size of my finger.
Oh shit!
And then like I tried to fade it with that. I was like, shit, didn't work. And then so we ended up going like bald, like razor bald on his head. I have a picture to prove it to you. I'll show you guys later. But
Your little brother?
mm-hmm.
Wait, you shaved him with a razor?
Not even like Aang from Avatar.
Yeah. He said, "Hey."
I wasn't ready for that. What made you think that was a good idea instead of just like getting an actual clipper?
Because I was into it at the time, so I was just eager to get
Just
in
start.
there. Yeah. And then that's all I had, just that Gillette razor. And then now, I feel kind of crazy. Now, but then for moving from St. Paul's to Grand Park, it was like I had that like two groups of friends,
Yeah.
so it was easy for me to build clients and then get my reps done that way. That's it though.
Yeah, I guess you're just probably like cutting in your house and shit until.
It took me a while to progress to where I am now though. Like it's been like 3 years, almost 4.
When would you say like you really got in like your peak form? Like when you were like, you got this shit down. Like you could actually like go in every single day and
Be
I'm
confident about
like,
it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make this nigga look cute after this cut.
I'm gonna say recently, like February, like this February, like because like last year was all progression for me. It was all like kind of like getting my reps in and kind of see what I'm doing wrong and shit like that.
Yeah.
But now it's just like February hit nice for me. On my Instagram, I was looking through my stuff. I like, I bless people with
yeah.
February, bro. It's because it was Valentine's Day too, so I was
Yeah.
trying extra hard. in February.
That's a
all.
sweet feeling, bro.
Yeah,
Just
literally.
looking back at your work and you're like,
Yeah,
I
I'm no
I
I
shit.
changed people's lives for like 2 weeks. Actually.
That's literally what
Like,
we were just talking about.
I
Yeah,
have to like really try.
because like your barber's either gonna bless you or you're just gonna like ruin your life. Yeah, like that's a long 2 weeks with a bad haircut.
yeah. I remember when I got this one haircut from this barber, and I wanted like a taper, and like I just wanted like just the front part, and then the rest just leave it. And this nigga fucked me up.
What'd he do?
He made this side a little bit shorter than this side, so now my hair, so now my hair grows in such a weird ass way now.
You might as well just go bald and start growing.
That's
again.
the thing, like that's what but like I'm just like too sweet for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
There's
not
no
the
point.
way.
There's no point.
So like where do you want to like go from there? You know what I'm saying? Like I know you have like the job at the Loving Barbers, and that's like a good like workplace, but what's your like yeah.
My end goal in relation to being a barber, I don't really have an end goal right now. Like the microcosm or the macrocosm. So the microcosm would be like find out my different streams of income, which would be like kind of I wanna start like getting into like the music business a little bit. I wanna go to Europe in the fall, but that's not fucking happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna take a barber class out there and kind of come back, and like they're crazy out there. Like out in the UK, they're insane. They're such good barbers. But the end goal, eventually own my own shop, and maybe eventually like kind of start educating people on like barbering and stuff. Not only just barbering, but like the whole culture of it.
Yeah.
And the whole like
So like workshops and shit.
yeah.
What would you even name that?
Yeah, I was about to say
You
off
were
the top of
talking
your
about-
head,
Yeah,
what's
I
your
don't
barbershop
know.
name?
I thought about that just now. I'm kidding. Bro. I don't
Off the
know.
dome.
I don't know what I'd name it.
I mean, you could always just like, go with the easy Brian's cuts or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
It would have to be something like not general to me. Just
Yeah.
something like very general to like cutting hair.
Yeah. Something about fades or something. I don't even know.
You can catch a fade if you come in. I don't even fucking know.
Square up
Like,
as soon as you
this
walk
is
into my
pressure.
shop.
You got two kind of fades in here.
That's fucked. Imagine if you had like a barbershop and then a boxing ring, and then like if you had a issue with someone, you could just give them a fade.
Yeah.
Just square up
It's
with
like
them.
yeah,
No police, no nothing. Just
Like-
like, just like a safe place to
yeah,
square.
literally like you're choosing to fight. So like
I would pay to see that low key.
People
yeah,
getting a
exactly. You have
haircut.
some entertainment while you're getting a haircut.
Damn, that's
fire.
crazy.
I'll pay extra.
We just did something right there. We just did something.
That might be insane, actually.
Yeah, that would be dope. Until
We can get a joint business venture here.
We're about to get people like start shooting him like fucking they cheated Michael Vick when he was dog fighting.
Yeesh. I mean, hopefully not. But I mean, sure. But like, man, you're going like BC, right? And how you said like you might get a job out there. Like, would you start like if you're with your own shop? Would you have it in BC or are we coming back to Winnipeg?
I gotta come back to Winnipeg for sure. Eventually, I want to have my wife and kids here.
Really? Like, so you want to settle down in Winnipeg? Not. So
That's
even
a good plan, man.
we
Cheap
just
ass-
talked about man settling down in BC.
Well, I
but you
don't
don't
know.
want to do that.
I would in BC, but like I feel like it's not as cultured out there than it is here. I feel like there's just like the barbers in here just are way more dense. They're way more cultured than it is out in BC. I feel like BC is just like, oh yeah, you go cut, I'll cut your hair and then you can dip.
Yeah.
But here it's like, I'm cutting your hair and I'm giving you an experience. Maybe I'll give you a kiss at the end of the day. I mean, did you guys see that review?
Yeah. Yeah, I
What's
saw
his name?
that.
Febreze?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know how I know that nigga? My nigga Stelio, man.
Stelio? Oh yeah, Stelio.
Stelio. Yo, that nigga's funny, man. I just had his brother actually over on my he was at my crib helping me with the pool or helping us with the pool.
He's tall, bro.
Tall as fuck.
Wait, who?
Jonah,
His
Fabrice's
Fabrice's
little
brother.
brother.
Oh. And he was helping with the like how recent?
Like last night.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Nigga's like fucking 6'9" or something.
6'9".
No.
I was at Fabrice
You're
yesterday. I saw
joking.
Jonah too.
Yeah, he's big as fuck. I think he goes to prep school for basketball or some shit like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard to make it. It's hard to make it out of Canada with basketball.
Facts.
Yeah, unless you're Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. Unless you go D1, then you can kiss that
Yeah,
goodbye.
like, no one's recruiting from CIS. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because who you playing in the CIS? Not really anybody who is like NBA level talent.
I just strayed a lot from freaking retirement to this.
Okay, yeah, back to that though. I feel like if you want to like really like start out your life, like Winnipeg is really not a bad place. Like a lot of people want to get out of Winnipeg and all that, but just like the building blocks of your life. Like if you want to start a business, if you want to like start a family, like get a house and all that, you do that in Winnipeg because it's cheap. Like the houses are cheap, and I'll bet like opening a store in Winnipeg is cheaper than opening a store in Vancouver or somewhere like that in BC. And once you have that like groundwork like all filled out, you can start like franchising and like moving it like to a different province. Where's this nigga going? Oh, he's gonna go tell his mom to shut up. Sorry for the interruption.
I want to just scream, and I was like, "There's no way I'm dealing with that."
You know how Nigerian moms are.
Oh, but she knows to record the pod. Go on.
Damn. So you
Man,
just
what I
interrupted
miss?
this.
Shit. Well, I did it in.
What were you saying though? Oh yeah,
I was just
Winnipeg.
like,
Winnipeg's
yeah.
like just a good city to like start anything.
Yeah, just like to just lay your foundation of whatever you want to do. Just lay down in Winnipeg. 'Cause the same I would say goes for Alberta too. Just like
Yeah.
if you like just to lay the groundwork. Cause
Like
that's
all of Alberta? Are you talking about like Calgary or like the entire province?
yeah. I feel like that's also like a cheap like province to start off from.
Not like
Before you like,
Saskatchewan.
you know what I mean?
I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, just because we're
What about
comparing
you
city.
though? Like because we've been talking about this, and I think you said you want to move out of it like as soon as possible.
Yeah, I've been thinking like I want to, but like the thought, like I was talking to Brian about this too. Like the thought of actually moving is kind of scary, like to a completely different city. Like I know like one person in Toronto, well, like a couple people, but like not enough that would be like, oh, I have a decent community there that I'd be like hanging out. I'd have like regular friends to be chilling with and shit. So like Winnipeg isn't that bad, but I just feel like it's just not quite where I want to live, if that makes, because
Like in the sense of like there's more to do in different cities, or like
yeah, something like that.
more business ventures to like chase.
I mean, there's actually a lot of business in Winnipeg. You just have to like know the right people. Like I just feel like when I'm in Toronto, I feel inspired to like do shit because we don't actually have like a downtown, if that makes sense. Because like our downtown is just like whack. Yeah, it's,
We're the
it's
only
shit.
downtown in Canada that's like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm like. Literally any other city. Like if you go to Toronto, you got the skyscrapers, you got like the wind tunnel, like things that you see on like super cool pictures of like just like down the street. Just looks nice as fuck.
Yeah.
But we don't have that, and it's just like
I mean, my
it doesn't
church-
feel right. Your what?
My church.
Your church is downtown.
Yeah.
What church? Wait, in
I don't
Winnipeg?
like you disrespecting that scene right there.
Wait,
The holy scene. Keep
Shut up.
going, though.
Shut up.
Keep going.
Oh my god! Like I'm saying, like what my friend said. Like Cameron said that Winnipeg is like a good middle city. You know, like it's not a small city, obviously, but it's not quite that like Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, like shit like that. So like, I was thinking maybe move out for a year and stay in Winnipeg, and then like figure out life of actually like living on your own, but not like too far away from family and shit.
Yeah.
And then decide if you want to like move somewhere else.
Yeah, because I remember what you're saying about that. I remember back in high school, actually, when, like, I had, like, scholarship offers, and the main reason why I came back to Manitoba is because I've already, like, built
A foundation.
a whole, like, exactly. Like, I've already built, like, a whole bunch of, like, different people that can help me do different things as a newcomer back to the city. Like, if I needed to get somewhere, I didn't have a car, like, I can call a Ramade, or, like, I could call, like, one of those people and just be like, yo, can you, like, bail me out? Like, I really need to get to this place, like, right this second.
Like you have the connection.
So,
yeah.
if I move to, like, let's say Carleton, because that's one of the schools I was, like, considering. If I move out there, like, I feel like there's no one I could just be like, yo, like, I could call my teammates, but, like, I just met those niggas, like,
Yeah, like you don't really know them like
a
that.
week ago, exactly. So, you know, I feel like going back to a place where, like, you have those connections and you have a community already built is, like, probably, like, the best thing to do if you want to, you know, just start your life, like, your adult life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because right now, like, we could be 20, 21, like, we're still kids, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're still
honestly.
kids. We're not adults yet. Like, what have we faced in our lives that could put us as adults? Like, we're not adults yet.
The only thing I'm scared about with like laying your foundation here is like if you do decide to move, like specifically for me with like the way videography and stuff works, like it's based off of like your clients and like who you know. But then if I have a really like good foundation of like clients here, and then if I try to move somewhere else and then I have to like restart the entire process, that's the only thing that's kind of scary. Like the same thing with barber, yeah. Like people have to trust you and shit.
That's why I want to like, I'd open my shop here, and then kind of build with what I have, and then if I want to branch out to like
Exactly.
Calgary or
Yeah.
something, it would
Start a
be hard to like
franchise type.
micromanage out there. But
Yeah.
I have like family out there, and I could like kind of go back and forth pretty easily. So that's the goal.
Yeah, I feel like if you just make a name for yourself, then people are just gonna trust you, like just word of mouth.
That is true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say like you make like videos with Obi, and Obi like goes to school in Toronto.
Actually, you are, yeah, because literally just like last week, the shoot that I thought I had in Winnipeg, but the guy was in Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one person who like actually goes, or like if you make a video with Lim or one of those people, he's a person who like goes to Philly and goes to like does shows there and there, and then he's building new fans, and as he gets new fans and they see these videos and they see your at under that, they're like, oh, this video got done by him, okay, bet, this is nice. Or like they see someone's story and they're like,
fresh cut by
and they're like, oh, okay, like I want to look like this nigga, you know what I mean? Because like people go through bad experiences with like haircuts and like different things, and they're like, I want to find somebody who I know if I go to, I can expect 100% result every fucking time. And that's how you like, you know, really
build it out and shit.
Yeah.
Who knew we were gonna be talking about our futures and shit just like that? That's scary to think about. Fuck.
Hey man, you know what
fucking
it is.
Child. I mean, shit. Anyway, let's move on to the wrap of the radar. Okay, so we've already had this discussion, obviously, and I'm already biased in terms of like 6ix9ine and then like basically all mumble rappers. So I'm gonna be biased on this entire thing, but
I'm happy you put that disclaimer out there because you're out here.
I mean, I feel like people would already know from like what I've said about like Lil Baby and like literally anyone else that is like named Little. But so we're talking about 6ix9ine exposing the fuck out of Meek Mill. That's crazy. But is it? What do you think, Brett?
I'm not filled in on the whole situation.
Oh, this dude laid on.
Let me fill you in. So, I'm gonna tell you this and just tell me your first reaction. Okay, so obviously you know 6ix9ine went to jail and he snitched on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out and Meek Mill and all these other rappers were like, yo, like, I don't fuck with snitches, like, blah, if you snitch, you're fake, you're all, you know, the normal rap shit. And then 6ix9ine, like, because he was like, and then there are other people who are like, I'm never going to surround myself around snitches, like, there's no snitch in my gang, all this other stuff. So 6ix9ine was like, okay, like, he searched up, because Kanye West is in with Good Music, which is owned by Jay-Z or whatever. And apparently there's an executive in Good Music who is also like the manager of Meek Mill, and apparently she wore a wire to expose like this drug cartel. Damn. And she's been seen with Meek Mill multiple times. So what 6ix9ine was saying was, how can you say all that stuff about snitches and literally in your camp you have this lady who wore a wire and exposed a whole drug cartel? So, like, he was just showing the hypocrisy.
Yeah, so, like, he said that they pick and choose when they care about snitches and shit.
You think that's a valid point for, like...
I feel... Well, was she... I don't know, man.
Let's hear it.
I'm confused about the wire girl. Was she's under Good Music and she was, like...
She's the executive, like, she
runs
all the...
So, it was, like, she was already involved in like shit, right? Yeah. And then she got busted, and then she wore a wire to like get out of it. Yeah,
partner. So she took a deal.
Damn. I'm gonna come from it from a very unbiased point of view.
Yeah, that's like, what we need.
Because like I don't want to pick sides here, but 6ix9ine snitched to protect himself.
Yeah.
But then if you don't snitch, you're protecting your family. If you're like, I don't know what to say about this whole thing.
This is funny. It's weird seeing someone that isn't ready to like scrap us, because we're always ready to scrap each other. But with the 6ix9ine, like the snitching on your family thing, but I mean, they weren't really his family, to be honest. I'll give him that. Like, they kind of fucked him over a lot.
Exactly. And that Desiree Perez girl, apparently that
That's
was her
informant.
husband or something like that. That she snitched on a Word of Wire on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was her husband. So, like, that's even worse, in my opinion.
Damn.
You know what I
Everyone's
mean?
about to start looking at the rap game different. Like,
Because, like, everyone is, like, coming after 6ix9ine for snitching or whatever.
Mhm.
And
Same
I just
thing.
feel like you got to give the same energy to the people that you're working with, the people, because even people like Gunna has been in, like, Crime Stoppers, like, and everyone still works with Gunna. So, like, why is 6ix9ine, like,
because he's just such a troll. Like, people just, like, I hate him, but I don't hate him. Because, like,
He's entertaining.
exactly. Like, he's a fucking meme.
yeah.
Like, the only thing, I don't even hate, I just don't like that he uses that N-word when he's not black. But, like, his music does, like, I hate to admit it, but it does get me hyped. Because it's just, like, I don't know, it's just kind of fire low
Just
key.
screaming over a trap.
Yeah, just the alter ego type of thing.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like him.
You don't like him? Why not?
It's
his
just not.
music?
It's not music. It's not musical, at all.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's definitely not
It's
like.
there's no actual talent other than like yelling in the mic.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I get what you're
rhyming
saying.
words, you know?
Because he's not like necessarily like how you always say people like walk on the or flow on the beat and shit. Like he's not necessarily doing that. Like he obviously has his own flow and shit, but he's not. It's not. It doesn't sound
appealing
Yeah.
to the musical ear.
Yeah.
like if you're like a fucking classical piano person, like you can appreciate like shit like Marvin's Room and shit, but you can't appreciate matches.
Gooba.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Even his song titles, man, they're not even like they're like not creative at all. They're
Yeah.
TikTok, Gooba. What's the other one?
He has one called
Tati.
Trolls.
He,
That
yeah,
just
Troll-
came
yeah,
out.
that just came out with Nicki.
Yeah.
Bro. Try harder.
The thing about that is that that video had like what 64 million view or 54 million views in
I don't
over
know how.
24
24
hours.
I don't know how.
Oh, cause like he's just biggest troll ever. He just got out of prison, so like
And the thing that made me confused about that is that got like 54 million in 24 hours. Lil Baby dropped a song about the issues happening in the world right now. That shit got like 2.4 million in the same amount of span of time, and I'm just like,
I mean, it probably helped that Nicki was basically naked for a lot of that
oh
video.
yeah,
Yeah.
yo, I'm telling y'all, you gotta watch that. Nicki's like
She was going crazy.
top 3 in the game right now when it comes to like
What?
looks.
Oh, okay. Like out of female rappers and shit.
Yeah, top 2.
And she's not too.
Who's two? Who's the top two? Don't say Cardi.
No, I don't. Cardi doesn't appeal to me like that. Honestly, I would either say like Beyonce or Rihanna. Apart from that,
Talking about, I guess Beyonce kind of.
Beyonce
Has
rapped on that
rap,
Meg Thee
yeah.
Stallion remix.
Well, like, would you call her a rapper though? Would you call Rihanna a rapper though?
True.
There's not a lot of big female rappers right now. Though. That's the
I guess
thing,
Meg Thee Stallion is bad still.
bro. Like when we did that Smash or Pass thing, and I said Smash Meg, like I was thinking about it after, and I'm like I don't. She's actually not that. I don't know. I don't think she's that attractive. Like obviously she has like the body and shit, but like I don't know. Her face is just weird to me. I don't. It's like
You know who's fired? Danny Lee.
Oh yeah.
there you go.
Danny,
There you
Yeah,
go.
That's top one right now.
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
fuck
agree
with
with
that.
that. Danny Lee is. I don't want to get too in depth. But
Oh, your fantasies. Oh
your mom
no.
finna kick me out the house. If I really start going in depth.
Oh my god. But shit. Since you already talked about Lil Baby earlier and the numbers, so like 6ix9ine's putting out these crazy numbers, and then Lil Baby, I mean, still like really good numbers. So people have recently, because he's been dropping a lot of music and really going crazy in 2020. Are you saying like he might be like up next or on his way to like superstardom, not just like on his way to like not Drake, but like
Lil Baby.
Not Drake.
I mean, do you think he's on his way to Drake?
I think he can like, because it's generations, right? Like Little Baby came up after Drake.
Yeah.
Drake's been around for a while now.
10
He's like
years, yeah.
he's up.
So like the Drake of his
Lil
generation.
Wayne. Lil Wayne's longer too.
Yeah. I think Lil Baby, just talent wise, no one is touching him right now in the game, talent wise, because I haven't heard one bad song from Lil Baby since he entered the game, and that's Lil Wayne level. When Lil Wayne entered the game,
You're just going crazy.
he
Yeah.
reminds me of that same like consistency,
That's
even on
true.
features too.
Exactly.
Like he's just consistent.
Because
type
like
shit.
how people would say like J. Cole's more fire on features than his actual songs, but like he's just consistent.
But like, I don't know if he's like on that Drake level, because the way Drake got to the top is because like he just does everything. Like he's like
R&B,
pop,
rapping,
he's
pop.
R&B,
Yeah.
He's like he can spit
Spanish
bars,
and shit.
Spanish songs. He
UK
has
flows.
Afro beats. Like he's doing everything. And I feel if for Lil Baby to reach there, he needs to start like singing.
But do you think he can sing though?
I don't think he can sing. Like the closest we're ever gonna get to Lil Baby singing is Close Friends.
Oh, that's true. That wasn't that bad. I mean,
that wasn't horrible, but the chorus was fire. But the chorus was definitely like not as long, singing wise, to really judge him on the vocal level. Obviously, like him rapping in that song was like amazing.
This is what he does. Yeah,
exactly. That's what he does. But I think he can like definitely reach the level of Lil Wayne in his own right, but like not Drake, because Drake is just like too
high. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
It would be tough for anyone to reach Drake, but like you'd say he's like on his way to like superstardom.
Like the only person that can touch Drake is if like Bryson Tiller was still consistent, because Bryson Tiller rapping, be singing.
He actually has a song with someone that just came out recently. I can't remember. Never mind. I can't remember. I don't think so. It might be Lil Kel or something like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lil Kel was actually pretty good too.
There's a lot of up and coming people.
Yeah.
You're about to say something. Look like you're about to say something.
I was about to say something.
About Bryson?
Yeah. What's your take on like the half R&B, half rap dudes? Do you think they compete with Drake?
Yeah, that's because that's
I
why
feel like those are the only people who can.
Exactly. I think that's what Drake started. Like he's the one who laid that down, and that's what they're following. But like also at the same time, like those people are like they're not putting enough effort in. Like I love Bryson Tiller. Like
yeah, but he doesn't even want to be famous. That's why he yeah. But like it comes with your fucking music.
Well,
so.
no, he also just had a kid.
Oh, that
yeah,
too.
That
is true.
It was bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad too. Or Tory Lanez too. Tory Lanez might be like
next up.
Yeah, next up, but
he can spit, he can sing, but I feel like I just don't like his attitude towards like everything.
Yeah, sometimes
everything is in what?
He seems like a little more. He seems more ignorant.
Yeah, it seems more like a dickhead kind of thing. Yeah. Plus, he just like got out of his label, and like the first 2 music he dropped after that was like not really good.
Damn, so what label is actually doing good quality control?
I didn't like that. What's it called? There's one R&B song I think he put out, and I didn't really fuck with it that much.
I fuck with Tory Lanez heavy.
Tory Lanez, I know.
Yeah,
like,
you know how I used to hate on Tory Lanez like all the time.
Yeah.
Like I've been listening to him more. I mean, I could appreciate it more. I'm not gonna say he's in my top 5 or anything, but like, I could fuck with it.
Yeah, he's definitely not top 5 right now, but in the future, I just need him to put out that one like album where I'm like, yo,
Shit.
like you know what I'm saying? Like his Chicks
Take
tape,
Care.
his Chicks tape. The
Oh,
last
yeah,
one that dropped was fire. But I think the only reason that resonated in me was because I knew most of the songs just from like the samples from the past. I need that nigga to come in, drop a Take Care type shit, where it's like, because like when he's talking about girls like a savage. I need you to talk to girls like they're like some kind of prize. You know how Drake talk about girls?
Yeah,
like
you have to have like the balance, right? Yeah. Cause like sometimes Drake be like, I got all these hoes I don't even know. I guess that's Lil Tecca, hoes you don't know. But like he'd be like, I got a girl in the dark. Is that what he said on like Mob Tide or something?
Hoes that I'm keeping.
Yeah, hoes that I'm keeping in the dark. And then he'd just be like, I love you. Like, he has a nice contrast.
Exactly. I think when Tory Lanez find that, Plus, I think it's too gory too when it comes to like talking about sex.
Like too like.
Yeah, like too like explicit. Like he'd be like, put your something positions in 7 minutes. You know that TikTok song? I'm like, whoa. Like, yeah, like this song is cool when I'm like giving my girl a dick, but like I need some song I can like play in the car and we're just like talking about some feelings and shit type shit. You know, like that Take Care vibes is the first like album I go to. And I don't feel like Tory Lanez have a classic yet. I feel Bryson Tiller has a classic. Shit.
Don't?
Yeah, that one and the other one
What'd
too.
you say?
Exchange?
No, like an album.
Oh, an
Oh,
album.
Like
wow.
Trap Soul.
Trap
Trap
Soul
Soul is a
goated.
classic. There's no misses on that
Let me
album. Even the new one he just dropped too. Or like he dropped 2-3 years ago. Like there's no misses.
Yeah. I kind of like the new one that he dropped more than.
Bryce, yeah. Hold on, let me find out the name of that Bryson Tiller album.
Yeah, so I guess only
to Sell.
Truth to Sell.
Like
I guess
that
only
album.
R&B niggas can keep fire.
I'm just saying, if this nigga was like, he also dropped Cancel in 2018.
So
Fire.
fire.
Like, imagine if he just kept that same energy. Like, he already has 2 classics, in my opinion. So, yeah, I would say Bryson Tiller is probably the closest to get to Drake right now. Except Lil Baby just comes out and just starts going crazy. Like, Drake right now is running with people like Future.
Yeah.
Like, Drake and
Wait,
Future.
Drake is running with Future,
Or like Drake is ahead of Future, obviously,
Okay.
but like, you know, that's the closest to him, kind of thing.
Okay.
I feel like Future's sound kind of fell off though.
Yeah, a little bit.
I never fucked with Future in the first place, so
Why not?
because like I get you showed me that a while ago that he didn't always like mumble rap or something, but I didn't listen to him back then. But now that if I ever have to like focus to hear your lyrics, like I can't. I'm sorry. Because a lot of the time it's just the beat carrying it. I mean, you probably do have some fire bars, but like I can't hear it in between things.
Because honestly, Future is just more of like a flow rapper. Like, you just listen to like, you know,
Like in the background.
you're catching the flow. Like, he's going crazy. But like, I also think that what Future does is like needed to. I'm taking so many breaks. But yeah, the thing that Future did is amazing. But like, what would you say your like, you know, favorite rappers would be? Like, not rappers, I guess, but just artists in general. If you were to make like just a quick top 5.
Top 5. I'd have to be like a versatile group though. To be like R&B and rap artists would be like Tory Lanez,
Yeah.
Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Right now I have to get a young kid in there, so I'm gonna put what's his face? Lil TJ.
Oh, Lil
TJ's
TJ.
crazy.
Nah, he's fire. He's
Lil
fire.
TJ is crazy.
Yeah. I fuck with Lil
His
TJ.
recent feature album wasn't too good though.
Yeah, I didn't like the album.
Neither did I. Like, what was it? Something New York. Something
Yeah,
like
it's the one with 5-0 in there too.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like to put the city on the map though.
Yeah.
So like I respect it. Who else? That's 3, right?
Yeah, that's 3.
And then Drake, J Cole.
Drake, J. Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, J. Cole is something serious.
Bro, J Cole's something else.
People forget that like J. Cole really like does this shit by himself. Like,
Yeah, bro. Have you seen like the videos of him like in the studio?
yeah,
Where he's literally just making the beat and he's just like
making the
it's crazy.
beats, he's producing, he's mixing, mastering,
mhm.
he's rapping, he's making a hook, melody, verses, everything. Like, that's crazy talent,
And he made a whole label too, Dreamville.
bro. Every
That-
single artist on Dreamville is nuts.
Jid? Oh my
Jid's
god,
nuts. Bass is nuts. Aaron Lennox is nuts. Like,
bro. That Dreamville tape was insane.
bro, one of the hardest group like tapes ever to drop in general, ever, in my opinion,
Mhm.
because I don't even think one song missed for me.
They can all spit too. Like they're all like
Yeah.
very musical and they all have like very poetic bars. Too.
Exactly.
It's not just like rapping on a beat, just like
Yeah.
dancing on my feet stuff type stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, damn, they're really
They're actually talking about some shit that like that people can like relate to.
Yeah.
Type shit like. And like the thing is that they're just so different. All of them are so different in like the way they rap and what they rap about, and like also like the way they look too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go from J. Cole looking like a Rasta, and then you go to J.I.D. looking like the typical like black person in America, and then you go to Baz who's like a little bit overweight, and he's still going crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like you just need that balance in a record label, because when you start having the same kind of artist, it just starts sounding like fillers.
Ari Lennox too.
She is.
Oh my god. What's that one song where she fuck, what is it? The one song on that Dream album, let me search it up.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Where she's like marijuana decent.
Yeah. Oh my god, that song was fire.
That song was insane. I remember I listened to that in the car one time and I was just like, fuck. I was baked as fuck too.
Yo, I'm telling you, some music, if you get high as fuck to it, like,
it sounds way better.
Exactly. Like the first time I ever like started like actually like smoking weed and shit like that, I took Kid Cudi's like Pursuit of Happiness, and
really?
because I heard those songs before, but like, and then now I hear the songs when I'm like, you know, off like, and I'm like listening to this shit and it's like, whoa, like I'm hearing all this different kind of like sounds and all these different kind of feelings that I'm like getting attached to just from that one song.
It changes it for you.
It's like a psychotic kind of like song, kind of, if you really think about it. So that was your little break over there.
I just can't. What are we talking about? Like,
we're just talking about like I guess like
I heard some like this different looks and shit.
Yeah, like J. Cole and how he like started Dreamville and shit like that. Yeah.
That sounds so random, but I don't know how you got there. But shit, we can move on from music if you're ready for that.
Yeah, let's go into.
Let's talk about some NFL head ass shit. First of all, I just want to say that the NFL has to apologize like directly to Colin Kaepernick. Like, I don't make no sense.
Do you think he'll come back even if the NFL like says you could come back?
Who, like, if he would play? I mean, I feel like he really loves football, so he might, cause like I think he has another like actual like workout thing that's coming, but I mean I don't see why he wouldn't. Kind of not like I'm 50-50. I'm Virgil. Yeah. Like,
at the end of the day,
that's
like,
true. You're making a lot.
You're making millions.
So it's tough not to, but at the same time, I would understand if he didn't.
It's just crazy that like that Roger Goodell can really say, if you kneel, you're getting fined, and then in the same breath go, we need to do this and that. Like, shut the hell up. Like, you sound so stupid. Like, the only reason why you even said anything was because you saw Patrick Mahomes
in the video. Yeah, and they're like, we have to back this man's. So like, I guess they don't actually believe in it. They just kind of care about their pockets.
Exactly.
It's like all the companies right now.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason America opened up their borders, because they're losing money on national sports.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's stupid, man. I don't really understand it.
I mean, America is all about capitalism, so the money is always the first priority.
Like, when you have like a whole league like turn against you for peacefully protesting like real issues in the world, but people can like for like breast cancer awareness, everyone can wear pink.
Exactly. It's like you're not doing any. Like Drew Brees with his head out saying it's about the flag, but like we're not talking about the flag and
exactly.
Shit. Like we're just talking about lives here in America that we're trying to save.
Like, it's not like during the national anthem, like, he was, like, screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, you know, like... Or, like, he went up to the flag and, like, gave it the finger or something like that. Like, he's literally kneeling down. Or, like, when Aaron Rodgers and his team weren't even kneeling down.
Yeah,
They were, like...
locking hands
during the national anthem. They got called out for that.
Why? Like, there's
no reason.
You're just looking to be mad. Because, yeah, like, the national anthem, you're just supposed to be, like, quiet, listen, and, like, maybe take your hat off and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what about disabled people that are sitting during the national anthem? What do you, they can't stand. So, like, is that disrespecting the flag, too?
Like, because I was thinking about this recently. It's like, how is a 27-year-old who just came from the Super Bowl and who 2 years prior made it to the playoffs each year, how does he go from that to not being good enough to even be a backup in the NFL? Like, come on. Like, there's obviously something else working. Like, obviously, I can, like, see from the owner's part, like, business-wise, because if you sign Colin Kaepernick, like, you know, there's a bunch of racist white fans who are going to be like...
Racist white players.
Exactly.
Fucking Jake Fromm had us.
I'm not gonna play for that team if Colin Kaepernick is there, or they're gonna be like, I'm not gonna like come to your games or like buy your merch or stuff like that. But I feel like when you're an owner and you're probably a billionaire, like
you have to be a billionaire.
Like, who the fuck cares, man? Like, everything is just so focused on money and not doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what America's built on. Like,
and they're still in debt.
I mean, fuck, everyone's in debt. But, like, that's why America's, like, currency is, like, the world currency. Because that's all they care about. They don't care about any, like, humanitarian type of shit. So, I guess they're just fucked.
I remember that one time we were talking about, like, how money is not really money, bro. Like,
it's just numbers. Yeah, like, with Jeff Bezos being fucking a trillionaire. Like, it doesn't actually matter. I mean,
at that point, no.
Yeah.
Well, like $1 million to him is like $1 to us.
Yeah. Like, it's funny. Bro, this dude, imagine being that rich, though. Just, like, having that much money. Just
you know what I don't understand is how he doesn't, like, just buy, like, how, like, millionaires just rock, like, normal-ass clothes.
Yeah.
I'd cop some drip, no?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't be wearing, like, because, like, I hate Gucci, but, like, I'd, like, wear, like, designer shit, yeah. Like, at least look nice on stage with, like, freaking the CEO of Facebook head ass wearing just, like, the most plain shit all the time. Like, I get
like
that people...
Robot,
yeah, exactly. Like, I get that people are like, oh, rich people will get rich because, like, they don't care that much about that shit. But, like, at a point, like, when you're just that rich, I mean, just treat yourself a little bit. Like, come on. Like, cop that nice Lamborghini or something. Like, fuck.
Bro, Jeff Bezos is so rich that when he divorced his wife, she became the richest woman in the world.
And he's still about to be a trillionaire.
What?
Like,
yeah.
what?
Which is
that's crazy.
Insane to think about.
Damn.
Like, does this nigga have the most money in the world? Like, do you know what that he can get away with just by being a trillionaire?
Bro, like, obviously you can get away with shit when you're a trillionaire, but, like, even, like, politicians, like, with all the stuff about the child sex trafficking that they're getting away with, and they're not fucking trillionaires. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Power is...
Like, just... mad. Like, I don't even want to know all the secrets of America,
Peter
bro.
Nygaard, though, that's something like close to home.
Oh yeah.
All that sex trafficking stuff. Apparently, one of my clients is like moms or something like that used to work for him, and apparently he was fucked. Like, just a weird ass.
Yeah, I could definitely get those vibes from old people. Like, man,
People
people in power are scary. If you think about it, like,
you never know who anyone is. I was gonna, I don't want to bring this up, but because like you never really know who a nigga is, bro.
Exactly.
And
like, go on, you go on.
Like I don't want to bring this up, but I feel like it just needs to get brought up because, you know, like you can know who somebody is, and like not actually know who they are. You know what I mean? Like
the only person that knows who they are is themselves. Like, you don't know what they do when they're alone.
Exactly. Like, obviously we're talking about this in a car, but one of our teammates, like, this nigga Shay Weeks, like,
Oh shit! I wasn't ready for that.
Like, how do you get raised up by a cop who is supposed to be protecting people from people like you,
Literally.
and then you end up being the person who your dad every day goes to work and tries to stop. Like, you think about that, like, his dad being a cop, and you're like, the heck, like, this nigga would never steal. What the heck, this nigga would never rape anyone. And then you see all these things happening, and you're like, you can't read anyone. You can't trace anyone to their background. Everyone's gonna be who they want to be.
This just got so dark. Oh my god. Because I think Hillary Clinton was part of all that shit. But like, when you look at a politician, obviously you don't think like, oh, they're such a great person. But would you have guessed that fucking, like, I would kind of guess that Donald Trump would be in that shit. But like, I'm not saying she's like a good person or anything. Like I would never have like looked at her and be like, yeah, you're definitely doing some weird shit. That's crazy.
Like, I want to know what her role is. Like, was she like in like, was she actually doing shit with the kids, or like was she like helping set up and hide like the fact that they were
I think it's probably the set up and hide part, because like you have power to do that shit.
At my school, even like there's been like female teachers like having sex with students.
Oh,
like it's not just like, oh, it goes both ways, right?
Yeah,
so like,
real shit.
who knows, right? She might just be like some old head who just fucking wants some dick.
Yeah,
that do be true. But I mean, you could get some dick from someone that isn't under 18.
You could also buy like male prostitutes too, right?
Exactly.
Like,
that's the part that's weird. Like, well, besides this,
like kids. Like, I'm sorry.
like honestly, because on Twitter and stuff, or like Instagram more, you see like girls that, okay, they look like they're older or something, but you know that they're younger, and you still want to, like, when you find out a girl is set age, like, you're not trying to do anything with her, but like, oh man, I don't even know. Like you can see that they're not.
Like, you see a little kid, right, who's like 10-9, and you're like, this is a little kid, like. What's attractive about that?
Exactly.
But then you see like people like Bad Baby, and you're like, okay, like she's 16, or I think she's like,
I don't know how old she is.
And then you're like, okay, like she's 16, but like she looks mature, like she has like grown up features, and you could be like, okay, like, you know, she's good looking, but like I can't look at an 8-year-old and be like, you're good looking.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, that's messed up. I just don't understand how your brain is wired like that. You know what I mean? Those people should be like abolished from like the world.
Speaking of abolishing, I'm kidding.
Get Jeff Bezos to like make a special rocket just for all these fucked up people and send them out. He's probably part of them. Put them in there.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, I wonder, because even Bill Gates, he was part of like I think it's like Jeffrey something Epstein. I don't know his last name, but he was part of that too. And I was like, Bill Gates was the only like rich person that I would reference when I'm saying like not all rich people are bad. And then now this dude's just as bad. And I was like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, who's gonna save us when everyone that's in power is fucked?
I have no idea. It's gonna be like those movies, just straight world domination. And nothing you can do.
New World Order head ass. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like the people that we put and like trusted into these positions, like they need to be like more of like a background check or like something. Like, we're putting like the most fucked up people into power recently.
Not even recently, even for time.
True. Like, I can't believe Hillary Clinton was our first lady. I can't believe, or like a first lady of America, and I can't believe Donald Trump actually like. And Hillary Clinton could have been the president too, cause she won. She won the
popular vote. Yeah. Like,
so like, those two fucked up people would have been running this world.
That's the thing, bro. Like, America like runs the world, but then the people that run America are just always like. Even with this coming election, him and Joe Biden, they're both fucked. Like, could we just like get someone that isn't like messed to run the free world or something?
Like, when was the last time you seen someone like Obama? Like,
I mean Obama again, bro.
exactly. Like, when
I
was
mean,
the last
Obama
time?
wasn't perfect.
He
I
was
mean,
goated, man.
Exactly. What drama? What like bad
I
thing?
mean, he didn't have like drama. He didn't have like this type of drama. But if you compared him with like other presidents, I mean, he still did bad shit, like drone strikes and like in the Middle East and stuff. But like that stuff like basically comes with the presidency. So like it's bad, but like
If he didn't do it, people would be like, "Why aren't you doing it?" Type shit. Because like that's just how America works. Everything is by force.
I mean, man didn't know about half of them. You know how many he actually I don't even know the number. Let me
Plus,
see if I can find.
Imagine going into power and not really having the power to change anything, because like
Yeah, that's also
he
true.
didn't have the
Because he
majority.
didn't have Congress or whatever.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the things that the U.S. presidents like want to do, it takes more than like the actual 4-year term or 8-year term. That
It takes
they
like
have.
5 years to pass one thing. What kind of government is that? Low key.
A presidential system, and it's fucked. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but it's just like it makes sense because if you
I feel
have,
like it would lead to a dictatorship if
it definitely could.
Yeah.
fast.
Like literally, like Trump. Like if you have the Senate and the Congress, like you're pretty much just in power. But like with Obama, like if Obama was crazy, but he had the situation with like Congress and Senate being like different parties, like they would check him. So like it's not like the worst situation, but if they are like all in line, then yeah, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying really like could be bad or good in different ways. It just depends on who the fuck.
Exactly. That's why we just need someone that isn't psycho.
And I think that's really hard to do with like how
Because like when you get the power, some people just change.
exactly, and also like just the fact that like a new person has to run the country like every 4 or 8 years. Like I feel like that's just really hard to like.
Like you're eventually gonna get someone that's crazy or what? Yeah.
We landed Trump.
Oh, we didn't like Trump, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess. You know, I feel Trudeau is pretty good though.
I wish
I
we
might
got
strike
Demi, though.
Yeah, I
Oh,
voted
yeah.
for NDP too.
Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't really expecting NDP to win, but like, yeah.
he was all over the socials though.
Yeah, he was putting in the work. Like, I feel like he would be the. Obviously, again, we don't really know people, but like, I feel like he would be the type to actually have people's interest in mind.
Yeah, that's what he seemed like. I mean, I know I didn't vote this past year, but I had to like do some kind of like register stuff and like
I mean, you don't have
vote
to explain
NBC
yourself.
and stuff like that. But yeah, he was a good dude. I think Trudeau is a good dude too.
Wait, let's quickly talk about the NBA and then we'll talk about the social, because that I already know that's gonna be quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So what do you think? Should the NBA be coming back and playing in Disney, or like what's being said? Like, is it worth it? Or like, how many games do they even play in total in this?
They're gonna play like 8 games and then they're gonna go into like a playoff.
Oh, and then actually series, so like a lot of games if you make it. But like, yeah, do you think it's worth it?
No, like what Kyrie Irving was saying, like it's not the time to start playing basketball, bro. It's
Exactly.
not the time.
Like literally read the room. Like the political sphere right now is not like, it'll just be a distraction for the most part.
And like all I'm getting from like some of these Lakers players that want to play, like LeBron and like Kyle.
LeBron wants to play.
Yeah, like
Damn.
LeBron, Kyle Kuzma.
I didn't know
Like,
that.
I'm like, bruh. Like I know like this is gonna be like probably one of your easiest year to win a championship just because like you have Anthony Davis, but come on, bro. Like
It's not the way.
it's not the way.
I really thought LeBron wouldn't, because like he said that he's not gonna play without any fans. So if there's no fans in freaking Disney, it's like, what are you saying?
I mean, from what he said he was gonna be. Yo, that ant's huge as fuck. Is that even an ant?
Yeah, bro. God damn.
Bro, hold on, man. What are you breeding in this house? Right there on the computer. Okay.
On your.
Yo, kill this nigga, bro.
Are you Dita? You can't kill him.
Shit, I want him to like. I don't want to squish him. Oh, he's getting close. God, Oh, I broke him into two.
Why are we always killing bugs on this podcast?
Quick service run.
What the fuck?
Rest in peace.
I don't even know what to say to that. What the?
Bro.
From fucking 3:37 to 3:38, you lived a great life, man. Fuck with you. Anyways, let's get back to the NBA. Yeah, like I could see why LeBron James and the Lakers want to play because
Easy shit.
it could be easy shit because I don't know if Kawhi Leonard is playing because that's his only competition, to be honest. Plus Giannis too. I don't know if Giannis wants to play either because I was seeing reports of how like he's still worried about like the coronavirus scare.
Didn't he already get it, or that's someone else?
I think someone in his family got it or something like that. But yeah, I think that's completely fair not to play because first of all the like the Black Lives Matter movement happening right now, and also with the whole virus, like you might as well just call it like just end the season.
It's not like it's not like they're the CFL that might not make it through this, but the NBA definitely can.
Like why do you as a black man want to like make the white man more money by playing basketball?
That do be true.
Like,
That do be if you want to play basketball so bad, just play pickup games with your teammates or something.
exactly, like, and all the people I'm seeing that want the basketball back are probably racist. Like they just want to crack a beer and sit in their couch and watch people dunk the ball. Like they don't care about you, man. Like
That's true.
real shit.
Since we're talking about man's not caring and racism, let's talk about that rally protest thing that we had in Winnipeg. What are your general vibes, thoughts? Like, did you come out of it thinking like, oh yeah, this is dope as fuck, or like?
I think beforehand I expected there to be like riots just because it's Winnipeg.
Yeah.
I just expected
I was
something
ready
bad to
to, yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And then I got there and I was like, shit. Like this girl's like literally screaming on the mic and she's like actually speaking. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I got goosebumps probably like more than 20 times like just that whole day.
Real
Yeah,
shit though.
It was crazy. And then
Over 25,000 people too.
that's
25. I thought it was 20. Oh my god.
25.
yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
And then the whole march happened, and then we all made it to the Forks, and it was just like it was just like good. We saw like the whole city come together, and like normally the city doesn't come together like that unless it's like fucking like the jet street parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I only go to that to drink.
This was for a cause. It felt
This
good.
was
Yeah.
for a cause, and it felt good. And like every time like someone would honk their horn or someone would like
Oh yeah, when
scream,
you're walking
like,
down the streets.
Black
Yeah.
Lives, and someone would be like mad or be like shit. Wow.
That was dope.
But then on the other hand, there's 3 indigenous people that died that day, and it just got swept under the rug.
That's probably why I didn't hear about.
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly. So, but then I don't.
Wait. Can you like fill me in more about those three
Yeah,
people?
well, I don't know too much about it because it got swept under the rug. But it just all I saw was like 3 indigenous people died at the Black Lives Matter protest.
Oh, at the protest too.
That same day.
Oh, holy shit.
Like
Yeah.
from police brutality?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I mean, if it was from police brutality, I feel like we probably would have heard about it.
Yeah.
Because like people would have seen that.
Sad. But it's just a shame to see that like
Yeah, that
whole thing happened like on that
messed
day
up.
too.
Yeah.
And just Winnipeg just felt like so good. It felt like
Yeah.
a cleanse, right?
But then we still couldn't escape it really because
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Like look what literally happened the next week. Right after the protest. But obviously I feel like that protest was needed. And like it was good to see a whole bunch of people come together. And all the organizers and all that, like they did a really good job. I feel like they really
like planning it and shit and getting people aware.
and they touched on like really like good subjects during the protest. Like I heard about the one in Kelowna and like they were just like not really talking about anything. in the Kelowna one, but out here, like, they were actually like speaking from their perspective, and then they were like paying homage to those like strong brothers and sisters who obviously passed away from police brutality. And I really fucked with that part. But
So now that we're like a week, 2 weeks removed?
2 weeks
from it?
removed.
What's the feel?
Something that I look back on that day was, like, I don't want to say this to take away from anything that they did, but something that I look back on is that moment when the black man was like yelling, obviously, which obviously he shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah,
like,
the way he went about
like,
it.
why are you doing that, obviously? But I feel like the way the organizers or like a couple of the girls like came back at him, were kind of villainizing black men by saying black men always want to take this from black women, but like at the same time we're here to
For black people
in general. Like, why make that statement? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously what he was doing was wrong. Like,
What are you talking about? I don't remember.
Wait, what part were you at? Like,
I was at like the whole program. I don't remember when.
no, I mean, like, how close to them were you?
Pretty
like,
close. Like I could hear.
Okay, so the situation was there's a black guy, and he was like kind of like preaching. Like, he was like, blah. He was like,
he was basically talking about how like they only had like females talking and not like any.
Oh, really?
I think they had one guy actually, but like for the most part it was like all the girls.
yeah,
He was talking about how guys aren't getting a voice too.
exactly.
Like, black.
And like he was also like saying stuff about like fuck police brutality and shit like that. And then I don't know her name specifically, but she just got on the mic and she was kind of like, black men for ages have always tried to take the spotlight from black women and this and that. And at that point, like at the time of the rally, I was like, I didn't really think much of it. And then 2 weeks removed, I'm like, you know what? Like, this is
Kinda
not
what
black
you-
men versus black women. This is everyone against racists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, the same way we ignored the guy at the back saying all lives matter, same way we should have ignored him. You know what I mean? Why?
You don't have to be attacking.
Exactly. Why didn't you give the same energy you gave that black man, the same energy you gave the white person who was yelling all lives matter at the back of the whole protest? And that's the only thing that I have to say about that. It's just that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that vibe. Cause like, I feel like they're kind of, I don't want to say they're OD because like we need the passion and stuff, but like the way they go about, like the way they went about it, talking to that guy, they're just attacking him, and then the way they go about talking like to the police or something, you're just attacking it. Like for things to change, like we need a dialogue, Yeah. So like no one's gonna want to talk to you if all you're doing is attacking them. Like they kind of said a little bit of stuff about like what the plans that they want, and not just like complaining for no reason. But like with the police abolishing stuff, like when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, I fuck with that. But now that I think about it, like I fuck with the defunding of the police, but absolutely having no police is like some dystopian freaking novel, some Percy Jackson head ass shit. Like that's tough to see.
Because at the end of the day, I think for like situations that are non-violent, like let's say a neighbor dispute, a homeless person, like a person who's suffering from mental illness, those kind of cases, give it to like a trained professional who is unarmed. Or like traffic stops and like, people who like do the speed meters, shit like that. Like give that to people who are unarmed. But like when there's actually a violent crime going on,
fuck it, yeah, drop the cops in there.
let's say they abolish the police. What are you gonna do when a guy with a gun, or like somebody, or not even a guy with a gun, somebody like steals your bicycle? Who are you turning to for that?
Or like your car, who are you gonna file a report with? Like, what would you replace it with?
Exactly.
There's nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like unless you like create something else and replace, like you could have something that's like the police, but not call it the police or something.
What was the whole plan after defunding the police? It was to get like the cadets in or something like that.
Oh, and they said fuck the cadets too.
Really?
They're basically useless.
Really?
Yeah. They're just like minor police. I don't even know what the cadets
Well,
are.
I thought it was like defund like the whole like police and then get the cadets who are unarmed but can still like kind of like
I mean,
speak to
they
them.
might have,
I don't
but
know.
like I thought they said fuck the cadets because I might have read that somewhere else. But like, yeah, cadet. I don't even know what cadets do, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. But I guess that could be the replacement if they're unarmed, like if they have actual like training and
Well,
stuff.
because it would narrow the margin of like people dying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Police brutality.
And I feel like just the like rate of like criminals would also go down if you're putting money into
Social programs.
exactly putting money into social programs, putting money into like you guys were talking about downtown and how like shitty it looks. Like imagine if like they put
It
money
look nice, yeah. And then nobody be scared to go downtown all the time.
put,
Yeah.
exactly like put all this nice like business. If you make downtown look nice, more businesses are gonna come downtown, more jobs are gonna come down there. You put more funding into schools, you put more funding into like, you know, non-violent like
Like
I
homeless
was
shelters
saying,
and
like
shit.
homeless shelters
too.
and shit like that. And like the rate of criminals go down because what's the point of being a criminal? Because most of the time, all these criminals
Stems from background stuff like that.
exactly, and that's why when people are trying to throw statistics, stats at me about like
I hate people
how,
that
like,
just use stats.
yeah, about how like black people are like the most criminal like race or whatever. It's like, what did you expect? Like you put a whole bunch of poor people in bad housing with no jobs,
Mhm.
no money. Like what do you think they're gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then to make money, they're gonna have to like sell drugs and stuff. So, like,
Exactly.
of course, it's just gonna go in a revolving cycle. Yeah,
Exactly. And defunding the police, because I think you showed me that last year the police fund was
Oh, it's like
300 million.
mil. Yeah, that's just,
Like, come on. What did they
So
use
weird.
300 million to do?
especially in Winnipeg. It's not like they're out here bringing SWAT equipment like they are in the States. Like, what are you spending that on?
Because I think you were telling me the LAPD was like close to $1 billion.
Yeah, it's either the LAPD or the NYPD, but one of those two is like in the billions. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to really think about. Like,
So much money.
Mm-hmm.
like even talking about barbers, my nigga, you like barber school is more hours than police academies.
It's so much, bro. I think I have to put in like 1,500.
Yeah, that's what I saw on the poster. And then the
Yeah.
police is like, I think it's like 8,000 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is insane to really think about. And even being a police is not even like close to the most dangerous job in the
No.
world. Like it's like maybe like 6th, 7th.
I wouldn't even give it top 10. There's a lot of really dangerous jobs, to be honest.
Yeah. And I think we're talking about that situation that happened in Winnipeg, which is like a situation that I think that people like Jada Hope who like is involved in the whole like Justice for Winnipeg page that organized the rally or whatever. I don't know if you know the situation, but I think it was all over social media how like that Aboriginal guy got beat up or whatever. But
Are you talking about the chief? Or someone else?
the guy who was like
Like, we're talking about the gun,
The
right?
gun.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, so this guy they like did they handcuff him or like he was just standing behind like in front of a police car and he had like an airsoft gun in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was going to go reach for that and he pulled it out and it didn't have any of the like orange tip.
Like, it looked like a grill gun.
Yeah, like everything was like painted black. And then once the cops saw that, he like tackled him and beat the fuck out of him. And then people were having an issue with that. That's where I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta use your brain, bro. Like, if you were in that same situation, someone reached for a gun like that, come on. Like, how are you going to tell at that point? That
It's
is
like human instinct compared to
like look, that's the gun.
bro, like
Like it looks like
exactly. And then there's people like Jada Hope out there who's like going like, you need more training to see that that's a real gun. It's like there's no any amount of training that's gonna change what
if
my
I see that
eyes
anywhere,
gonna see.
I'm assuming that's a real gun.
Exactly.
And the guy didn't even die too.
it's
So
life or death too, right? Like
Yeah.
it's either
Literally.
you die or you defend yourself. and then-
Exactly. And at that point, the cop didn't even shoot at him. The cop tackled him. And like come
if
on.
anything, that's good training then.
Yeah.
But
Like, is everything the police do bad? Like,
exactly. Like I understand that they use that excuse a lot. That they're like, I'm scared for my life. But in that situation, that is actually a fucking scared for your life thing.
like most of the time, I would say yes. Like, what they're doing is fucked up, and they're like instigating the violence. But in some cases, this is why I like you said, I don't like completely believe in defunding the police, because in
You mean
some
abolishing or
abolishing the police, because in some instances, like, you do need the police. You know what I mean? Or like you need some kind of force with a gun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know a gun is too brash or whatever. I think you do need some, like, because I just also saw a video of a white guy who he just shot. He killed two kids and a mom.
and he's just naked
And
running.
he
at
was
the
just
police.
he was just naked running from the police, and not once did they pull the gun out.
Not even a taser.
Not even a taser, not even a tackle to beat him up, nothing.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, if you use that same thinking, like that's the same trend. If you use that same thinking to black people, there would be no like riots. There's no like. We're not asking for a lot. Like, just treat us like human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, isn't that like what human rights is? Like,
Like if you're doing an actual drug bust, okay, fuck them up and shit. But like if it's just like nothing actually threatening, it's like
if someone's a criminal, like, they get what's coming to them. Like, if you're robbing a place and like you're like retaliating against the police, you're getting what you like. This
yeah,
is
if
what
it's
you
a
signed up
freaking
for.
shootout, like man's are gonna die. Like
But like in the case of George Floyd, like
We didn't do anything.
exactly, like
for a counterfeit bill.
if you're complying with the police, I don't see how
You shouldn't be dying.
you shouldn't be dying. Like, criminals, yes, they should die. People who like didn't do shit, no, you shouldn't die.
Yeah.
Like, okay, take him in jail. What? It's a counterfeit bill, whatever. It's illegal. Go to jail. What? That's a 1 year, 2 years in jail.
Not even.
Like
Probably.
like out in probation.
Go through the whole process, like probably not even that, because like he didn't know or whatever. So
He didn't know that it was a counter.
Yeah, he didn't even know it was counterfeit.
Damn.
And then they found
I
out
didn't even know
later
about
that it wasn't even counterfeit. Like, it was actually a real bill.
bro.
like, and then yeah, like exactly. Like let's just teach police hand-to-hand combat and just let them duke it out if they really feel like doing something. I don't know, because like obviously people do resist arrest, so yeah, fight then. But like yeah, fuck, I don't know.
Just like as a final thought to end the podcast,
Yes.
I want to tell all you niggas out there, this is not over. The fight is not over. Like, this movement is not over. I need y'all to pull up your big boy panties.
It's gonna be a long ride.
Long ass ride.
Like just because you're tired of seeing it on your timeline.
Exactly. You can't switch up being black. You can't switch up being a person of color. Like, you can't switch off racism. Like, every single day, there's all the people who've been posting their stories. I need you to keep that going if you want real change out here. Because you can say posting on your story is not going to do anything. You can sign the petitions that you see on other people's stories. It's not a trend. This is not something that just started happening because we're bored inside in quarantine.
Like, if you think of the actual movements that changed things to where we have it now, like, I think it was like the one where they boycotted the buses that lasted for like 378 days. That's more than a year, bro.
Yeah.
So like, it's gonna be a while.
Exactly. And like, I just feel like people will say they're gonna boycott something, and then not actually follow through.
Back on it 2 weeks later.
Like
and,
2 years ago, when Colin Kaepernick wasn't getting signed, people were like, "I'm gonna boycott the NFL."
then they're still making
No, you
millions.
didn't. Like, didn't the Super Bowl have his highest viewer shift this past year? Like,
Yeah, it's like what we were saying, like last time, like stick to what you believe and shit.
exactly. If you really believe in wanting change, and you really believe that racism is alive and well in the world, I need you to keep that same energy every single day.
And even if you think like petitions don't do anything, I mean, public opinion is really important now. And even if technically it doesn't do anything, I mean, it's better than doing nothing, right? Do something, you know. Not post a fucking black square and think you're doing shit. But
I posted that black square. I woke up, I posted that black square, and everyone shouted it. I was like,
damn.
because I woke up and I was like, okay, everyone's posted this black square. I thought it was gonna be like this big ass thing,
Yeah.
but apparently it was useless. But I do talk to my clients about like everything. I'm not on Instagram too much, so I don't see too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude started the conversation with me when we were getting a haircut
Yeah.
about it.
And I think just bringing that conversation to your workplace.
Exactly, having those conversations that need to be had. See, that's already more than your black square. We see you.
And if someone gets offended, fuck it. I'll lose a racist customer
I've actually had
over.
a few clients like offended, and I'm like, shit.
Awkward cut.
I'm
Just
just like, quiet. Let me just fucking finish your cut, man. Give me your money.
bro. I would be scared to be with my barber because then what if he just bald spots you?
Yeah.
If Brian was like, yo, I hate Nigerians, and he's cutting my hair, I'd be like, yeah, fuck him. I'm not messing with that, bro. You gonna give me this cut, and then I'm gonna go in my car, go home, take my pictures with my fire ass haircut.
Oh my
I
god.
called out a W.
No, that just used me, bro. Okay. Guys, we can end on a good note, right? Any last words, Brian? Go crazy.
Thank you, Demi. Thank you, Newt, for having me. Appreciate you guys both.
Yeah,
I don't know what else to say. Thank
we
you.
definitely do want you back sometime
I appreciate
in the
this
future.
lot.
We suck at having guests, low key. Like 2 episodes out of 15 or 16.
Yeah, we
I'm
gotta
gonna
pick it up.
How many guests have you guys had?
Just you and Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, you special.
Elite group right
Yeah.
now.
We
Yeah,
gotta get
everyone just get your haircut from Brian.
Gotta get my two homies that rap on here. They'll definitely have a lot
Oh,
to
is
say.
Let's
that
do
the
it.
Sean?
Sean
Sean,
and
Yeah.
Sean and Sandro.
yeah.
I was gonna say we should have talked about his song, but I forgot about that.
Yeah.
'Cause-
What's the name of it? It's a good song. I
One-
like.
One day.
Yeah, that song. One day stream
what's
that
his
whole.
rapping? Like, is it like Sean 2K or something?
Yeah, Sean rapping, and then Sandro rapping too, and then Fab actually remixed it. He was like,
Fab
he was
remixed
like,
it?
damn, I fuck with this shit heavy. And then
Really?
he was like, yo, send me the track, and then he remixed it in like 2 days, and then they sent it to him. It's not dropped yet though.
That's kind of crazy. That's gonna be good
That's
for him
gonna be
though.
fire as fuck.
Yeah.
Cause Fab has like core fans. He gets like 60K a month
That's a little
just of a
cult.
song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's good for them. Big ups for that. That's definitely trending in the right direction. I fuck with that heavy,
Yes, sir.
and I'm looking forward to listening to more music from them. Tell them that they're welcome on the pod whenever they want.
Sure. Damn, I should say the same thing.
Help them
Okay.
promote the music.
No, just give us clout. That's all we're really looking for. To be honest, just spread the pod.
No, but
That'd be cool.
that's the way you do it though. You gotta get like a bunch of people on here,
Yeah,
and slowly get recognized and everything.
exactly. Yeah, man, we're just building.
Yeah,
We said
building
building blocks.
by brick. Should I sign out first though? Actually, I don't know what to say. What do we usually say when we sign out? Like shit.
I don't know, but hold on. Yeah, I'm signing out.
Oh, look at you signing out. Oh, that was sleuthy.